are learning how to transform setbacks into extraordinary success. Author Kim Perell got laid off in her 20s. Then she started her own company and became a multi-millionaire by the time she was just 30. Well, now she's written a book called Mistakes That Made Me a Millionaire. She's joining us now to share the lessons she shared from her failure. Thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you so much for having me.
I was saying you just have such an amazing life story and background. Share a little bit with it for our viewers.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Well, I got laid off from my job. I was broke, depressed, unemployed.
A lot of people are being laid off right now.
Yes,
yeah,
and it was a catalyst, honestly, that I thought there is no job security, so I was going to take matters into my own hands and start my own company.
Yeah.
Only problem was I had no experience, I had no money, and I didn't know actually how to run a company. But I did have one person that bet on me, and that was my 82-year-old grandmother.
Wow.
And she gave me a loan, a $10,000 loan, and I started my company at my kitchen table. And I grew it to a $100 million company.
Oh my goodness. Now what you just said, I think hooks a lot of people in. They go, I can't trust this job market. They may have been laid off and they're like, I'm gonna do entrepreneurship. But I love you start the book talking about entrepreneurship is often romanticized. And people don't realize how hard it is and how many mistakes you're gonna make on the way.
That's why I wrote the book, because usually people talk about the successes.
Right.
But honestly, the success is so few, and we need to talk about the messy middle, which is the doubts, the fears, the struggles, the setbacks, the challenges, because that's actually where the true companies are built, in that part where it's so hard and you want to quit and you want to give up and you have to keep pushing through.
Absolutely, and I think that's so comforting for people, because I think some people make their first mistake and go, let me go back to the regular job market. I can't do this entrepreneurship thing. So we're gonna read the book to get all the mistakes you made, but tell us one of the biggest that you share in the book.
One of the biggest mistakes that I share is waiting to feel 100% ready. And I've done this, and I overthink things, and I get stuck in my own mind, and it's really hard to move forward. I know so many people can relate.
Absolutely.
But honestly, if you never start, you will never be successful. So I use a simple rule, the 70% rule, which if you have 70% of the information in order to make an educated decision, you take action, knowing that you'll never have that 100%. And it's really helped me throughout my entire career and able to keep going.
Absolutely, and I'm sure you meet people all the time who want to follow in your footsteps. What do you tell someone who has an idea for entrepreneurship? What does that 70% look like? What stage do you want them to be at before you say, okay, go, start that business?
Yes, I think number one, I want to know that someone will actually pay for your great idea as opposed to it just being a hobby, because so many people have great ideas, but they never actually collide them with the market and reality. So whatever idea it is, start small. Dream big, start really, really small. So get a minimum viable product and get it to market to see if someone will actually pay for it. Because else it's just you romanticizing about your great idea. And honestly, if no one's going to pay for it, it is a hobby.
It's not a great idea.
Yeah,
there you go. Okay, I'm sure writing this book for you, because you're so successful now, you probably had to remind yourself of some of the days that were much tougher.
Oh my gosh. Well, actually, I started writing this book because I've co-founded 4 companies since COVID.
Amazing.
And being in that journey from the startup phase, like I'm in it. I know how hard it is. It was actually a great reminder. And that's why I wanted to write the book, to share right now things that are going on in my journey and the setbacks I'm facing, and showing that you can continue to overcome them. You can pivot. You will make mistakes, and it does not mean that you cannot still be successful.
That is such an important message. Kim, thank you so much for being with us. Everybody grab a copy of the book. Mistakes That Made Me a Millionaire is out at Barnes & Noble right now. For more information on the book, head to our website, kcalnews.com, and click Seen on TV.